Hey, what's going on? So Mario Kart World just got a pretty meaningful update in version 1.6.0, and this one is not just a routine bug sweep. It actually adds a new battle mode and tightens up a bunch of mechanics that players have been talking about for a while. What stands out most in the gameplay changes is how much Nintendo tuned the item flow and defensive balance. Bullet Bill got a noticeable boost with wider lateral movement, easier shortcut handling right after activation, and even speed boosts on parts of Bowser's Castle, Starview Peak, and Rainbow Road. That means one of the strongest comeback items in the game is now even more reliable in the exact places where players want it to matter most. At the same time, the boomerang was pulled back a bit with reduced range and fewer consecutive throws, so it is clear Nintendo wanted to stop that item from feeling too dominant. On top of that, item box rewards were adjusted, so race item distribution should feel a little different even when you are not thinking about it directly. There's also a pretty interesting change to invincibility after spinning or crashing. Instead of giving every character and vehicle the same recovery window, the update now makes that timing vary by character and vehicle weight, with heavier builds getting longer invincibility. That is the kind of adjustment that can subtly reshape race strategy, because heavier setups now have a little more protection after taking a hit, and that may make them feel better in chaotic pack racing. Nintendo also changed some interactions around crushing and item behavior, so you will no longer get crushed by things like thwumps while spinning or crashing, and things such as bob-ombs and bananas will not bounce on top of ivy piranha plant vines anymore. Those are the kinds of fixes that make the game feel less unpredictable and a little more consistent in the middle of a race. There are a few more quality of life tweaks that are easy to miss at first, but should still be noticeable once you are in the game. When you are playing single player or 1P during online play and wireless play, you can now get up to 2 warnings when threats like red shells or spiny shells are coming from behind, which should make rear defense feel a little fairer and give you more awareness without needing to constantly stare backward. Nintendo also shortened the time before the roulette stops when determining the course in online play and wireless play, so the flow between matches should feel faster and less like you are waiting around. Then there's the huge list of fixes, and honestly, this part matters because it shows the update is doing a lot of cleanup across races, modes, and tracks. Nintendo fixed issues with starting positions, Kamek transformations, wiggler visuals, and even weird course-specific problems like thwumps or Rocky Wrench appearing where they should not, including in Airship Fortress and the cannons on the way there. They also fix a rearview mirror issue after Mega Mushroom use, a rewind issue involving the Ivy Piranha plant and Bullet Bill, and a free roam bug where the item slot could display incorrectly after using Boo. Those are the sorts of things that can break immersion fast, so it is good to see them addressed. A lot of the patch is clearly aimed at competitive and online stability too. Knockout Tour got a fix so players who should have been eliminated at a checkpoint actually are eliminated properly, and rankings in Knockout Tour and online play were corrected when checkpoint timing got messy. Time trials got visual fixes, free roam got a fix for a fleeing nabbit falling through the ground, events got score display corrections, and online play got a fix for distortion after changing characters. Nintendo also cleaned up spectating behavior, communication error behavior, and a case where rivals using Bullet Bill could appear not transformed, which sounds minor until you are in a tight race and need everything to read correctly on screen. The track-specific fixes are just as important because some of these were affecting actual race routes in ways that could really change outcomes. Nintendo addressed problems on Rainbow Road, Bowser's Castle, Shy Guy Bazaar, Salty Speedway, DK Pass, Dino Jungle, Koopa Beach, Mario Circuit, Faraway Oasis, Wario Stadium, Wario Shipyard, and Starview Peak, including off-course glitches, strange recovery behavior, blocked paths, and odd object interactions. One especially notable fix is the Rainbow Road shortcut and gliding issues, because that track is the kind of place where even a tiny bug can completely distort a finishing order. Nintendo even notes that some time trials ghosts affected by one of those issues may be removed from view rankings without notice, which tells you how deep that fix goes. Overall, this update feels like Nintendo trying to sharpen the game's competitive side while making the day-to-day experience smoother, cleaner, and much less frustrating.